Welcome to Gaming with Uncle Greg. Today we're going to do the Serenade to Great Fairy Cotera quest. Before we can do this quest though, we have to make sure that you finish the very first fairy quest, which is the Serenade to a Great Fairy. The link is in the description. We're going to start off by heading to the Dueling Peaks stable. And if you don't have this stable yet, it's over by the Iso Shrine. When you get to the stable, we're going to head over and talk to the band leader, Mastro. And Mastro's going to tell us that they need to go serenade the Great Fairy, who's way over there. But their Drummer Beetz is missing, and they need help finding him. So we need to go help find Beetz. Now, if you look inside the adventure log, it basically shows us and puts a marker on the map where we're going to find Beetz. It's a location right outside of Kakariko Village. So we're going to head there and talk to Beetz. When we speak to Beetz, he basically tells us that Mastro's been kind of down lately. He wants to cook him a really special meal, but he needs this coarser bee honey in order to do it. That's why he's drumming to attract the bees, but he's failing. So we're going to help him try to find some of this coarser bee honey. This is what it looks like in the wild. There's a forest area right over near Kakariko Village, and that's where we're going to find the coarser bee nests. You should be able to find 3 different nests in this area. We're going to just shoot them down with an arrow. And when we do, the bees are going to attack us. All you have to do is hit them a couple times, and they go away. So we're going to collect all 3. And we're going to bring them back to Beetz. When you bring them back to Beetz, he gets all excited because now he can make his special meal. And then he's going to take the bee honey and he's going to head back to the Twin Peaks stable. So now we can head back to the Twin Peaks stable. Once we get back to the stable, he joins the band and the maestro is super happy. And he says, "We do have one more problem. We can't get over to the Great Fairy because he's up the river and we don't have a boat. So basically we have to go make a boat for the band and then drive them up to the Great Fairy." So we head down to the river and I'm just going to take a couple planks here, put them together to make a boat. And then you notice in the distance they leave us a fan and a steering column, but I'm just going to use my own for this. It's quicker. So I'm going to grab a fan and a steering column, attach those to the boat. Now before we can mount the wagon to the boat, we've got to go and talk to all the band members. Otherwise, they won't let us touch the wagon. So you have to talk to each one individually. When you're all done with that, they will allow us to now attach the wagon to the boat. And then you just want to bring it down, put it in the water. Once you got it down in the water, go back and talk to Mastro, let him know you're ready, and then they jump in the boat, and then we're going to drive them up to the Great Fairy. And when you arrive, they jump out of the boat and they start their Serenade to the Great Fairy Cotera. And when they're all done, she emerges out of her flower. And then Mastro gives us 100 rupees for helping them out. And that completes the Serenade to Cotera. And now you have the ability to upgrade all your armor to level 2. And I strongly recommend you doing the final 2 Great Fairy quests so you can upgrade your armor to level 4. If you've enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe.